There's something about you that makes people stop and notice. Not everyone will like you, and you can feel it. Some admire you, some envy you, and others feel uneasy around you, even if you've done nothing to them. You walk into a room, and the energy shifts. Conversations pause. Some people avoid eye contact, while others seem drawn to you, curious, uncertain, maybe even intimidated. And if you don't understand why, you might think you're the problem. But you're not. You simply have a presence that others aren't used to. Having a strong, commanding presence isn't about aggression. It's about power, control, and the ability to influence without force. It's about carrying yourself with confidence, self-awareness, and a deep sense of purpose. It's about knowing who you are, standing unshaken, and refusing to bow to expectations set by the weak. Some people will admire that. Others will fear it, envy it, or attempt to undermine it, because deep down, they know they lack that power themselves. And when you don't conform to the expectations of the powerless, they label you as arrogant, ruthless, or too much. But in reality, they just can't handle true dominance. In reality, they just don't know how to handle someone who refuses to be controlled. You might not even realize it, but your energy speaks before you do. If you recognize yourself in these traits, you may have a strong, intimidating personality that others can't ignore. In a world where most people follow the crowd, the ones who dare to question things stand out. You think for yourself. You don't just accept what you're told. You analyze, you think critically, and you challenge assumptions. That makes some people uncomfortable. When you present an argument backed by logic and facts, and it shakes their deeply held beliefs, they feel exposed. They'd rather dismiss you as too opinionated than admit they might be wrong. It's easier for them to attack you than to confront their own ignorance. But those who respect intelligence will admire you for it. They will seek your insight and value your perspective because they know you don't just repeat what everyone else says. You seek truth. You don't crave validation. Most people spend their lives chasing approval, trying to be liked, seeking reassurance, needing to be accepted. But you don't. You do what feels right for you, whether others like it or not. You don't wait for permission to live your life the way you want. That level of self-assurance is rare, and it makes people uneasy. Some will admire it and try to learn from you. Others will resent it because it reminds them of their own insecurities. They need validation to function. You don't. That makes you powerful. Your moral code is unshakable. Most people will bend their principles when it's convenient. But you don't. You live by a set of values that are non-negotiable, and you don't compromise just to fit in. That makes you unpredictable in the eyes of manipulators. They can't sway you, they can't guilt you, and they can't control you. That frustrates them. People who get their way by deception and charm hate those who see through their act. You expose them without even trying, just by being who you are. And that's a threat. You are comfortable being alone. There's something about a person who doesn't need constant social validation that unnerves others. You don't mind being by yourself. You actually prefer it sometimes. It gives you time to think, to grow, to focus on things that matter. And because you aren't desperate for company, you choose your relationships carefully. That makes you selective, and that makes you rare. Weak people surround themselves with noise and distractions because they're afraid of what they might find in silence. But you embrace it, and that makes you stronger. You say what needs to be said. Most people avoid difficult conversations because they fear conflict. You don't. You address problems head-on. If someone is being disrespectful, you call them out. If something isn't right, you speak up. That directness catches people off guard. They aren't used to someone who isn't afraid to challenge them. They mistake your honesty for aggression, but the truth is, They just aren't used to dealing with people who don't sugarcoat things. You don't go looking for fights, but you also don't back down from them when necessary. Your presence is felt. You don't have to be the loudest person in the room to command attention. Your energy does it for you. When you walk into a space, people notice. You carry yourself with quiet confidence, and that speaks louder than words. Some people will be drawn to it. Others will feel uneasy because it reminds them of everything they lack. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone, and that's exactly why people take you seriously. Your words have weight. When you speak, people listen. You don't talk just to fill the silence. You talk when you have something worth saying. And because of that, your words carry power. People may not always agree with you, but they take you seriously. Your ability to articulate thoughts clearly and with conviction makes others stop and think before they respond. That's not something most people are used to. They expect surface-level conversation, not depth. And when they encounter someone who speaks with real meaning, they feel it. You are decisive and direct. You don't hesitate when making decisions. You trust yourself. While others overthink, doubt themselves, or wait for approval, you take action. That level of decisiveness can be intimidating, because it shows you don't need someone else to validate your choices. People who lack confidence in themselves will try to make you doubt yourself. They'll question your decisions, not because they're wrong, but because they wish they had your clarity. But here's the thing. Having a powerful presence isn't a curse. It's a weapon. Yes, it can make you intimidating. Yes, it can make people uncomfortable. But it also makes you someone others respect. It makes you someone people look to when they need strength. The key is to understand how to use it wisely. Not everyone will like you, and that's fine. But you can control how you present yourself. You can choose not to humiliate people when you call them out. You can correct mistakes without making others feel small. You can be strong without being cruel. True power isn't about overpowering others. It's about mastering yourself, bending perception, and shaping the world around you. The world is full of followers, people who obey, who stay silent, who accept the status quo. You are not one of them. You are built for more, and that's why you stand out. If you've ever felt misunderstood because of your strong personality, let us know in the comments. Do people often mistake your confidence for arrogance? Have you noticed how others react to you? Let's talk about it. And if this video resonated with you, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another strategy to elevate your presence and command respect. See you in the next one.